Hey there, welcome back to my Blender nonsense. This is part 4 of recreating a new and better version of the old mouse which we used in the Blender scene for the open broadcast software. In the last part we were able to make a hole in the button of the mouse, which is actually, it's a great thing. It's super boring. It is boring. Let's be honest, it's boring, but it's very difficult. We needed a whole part to create it that great, and we did, so that's good. And to be honest, we are not that far away anymore from the final version, because I mean, an old mouse pretty much done actually. However, I wanna make it you know, I wanna be satisfied with that, so we're gonna work on this a little bit, and maybe we should also do like crazy stuff later on. We could also modify it to a cyber mouse or something like that. You know, by making stuff like this one. I showed this in the last part, but let's show it again in the beginning. So you see stuff like that. So we could make it really looking great. But anyway, let's focus on what we've said first, which means we need a laser. Well, no one said this, but I wanna show you guys that. Give it a new material, and like this one here. And, oh, this is nonsense. We give it immersion red. Let's give it 6, and let's go to this menu, and we have to assign that. Not that boring anymore, right? So yeah, look, that's your mouse. Okay, guys. Yeah, like I've said, we are not that far away from the final product, but that doesn't mean that we are finished in maybe we are finished in 10 minutes, maybe we are finished in 2 days. I never know. Oh, what I thought is that you see this is the mouse wheel, and if you want to make it rotate, then this happens, you know, because it's connected to the center is not in the middle. That's what it is. So how do we approach that? How do we make this rotate in the right thing? I think it's pretty easy actually. I like that the center point of the mouse wheel is here, because this gives us the advantage when we change the position and reset the position, like really reset it. It's always gonna be there. Well, it shouldn't be there, but that's good, because then it's screwed up anyways. Then it doesn't, oh, hold on, maybe with this one here. I know, sure, wait, this is also the same thing, yeah, because this wasn't a part of that. I see, let me adjust this one first so that you know what I mean. We have to reset it, so the original position is here. And let me just go into this menu, there is no, okay. You know what, forget about it. We could adjust it and so on, but we are gonna reset the original position anyways. But let me just show you, this is what I meant. So now we changed in the object mode, in the edit mode, the center, and if we change it in the object mode now, the whole thing, and we gonna reset it now, then it's on the right place. This is the place where we wanna have it. But let me just reload the whole thing quick, and we are here again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset. Hold on, first of all, we make a backup. Good thing is we have part 3 as a backup as well, so if we screw up anything like deeply in mouse 4, we also could go back to mouse 3, which sounds funny and boring at the same time. Well, what can you do? That's how it is. That's how it is. Good. What we're gonna do is we select the object here. First of all, this guy here, that's the mouse wheel part of it, and then we say right click and we say set origin to geometry. That's good. And now this one as well, set origin to geometry. And if we are, well, I would also say we given it empty, so that's also, this one shall become snap to select, what have I done? Snap to active. The active is always, if you wonder, the active is always the yellow selected version. So this is always the active. If you select stuff, like if you select this one first, and you hold shift and click the other one, and it's also selected, but now this is the priority thing. This is the active one. This is also selected, but this, what the yellow thing indicates, that it's the active, the prioritized thing. So that's also kind of weird. I try to explain things, I do, but it could be wrong a little bit, but it's practice, and sooner or later I'm getting better at this as well. So let's see. We have, so this is the empty we just got, and we need to put it in here. We want to bring the empty to the active, and now it's perfectly in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle, but let's make it bigger. I think if you rotate it, it could be helpful. Yeah, it is helpful. It's just, I don't like it when it's, you know what? No, I don't like that. It doesn't matter, because we don't need, if we want to rotate it, we don't need to rotate the empty. I just want to have the empty so that we can always drag and drop and grab stuff. I don't necessarily need it to, as a rotation thing. It's not necessary. But it's good for the overview. So we're going to connect this to the empty. So now this became, we select both of those, and this is the active now. And now we're gonna connect that by, we press Control and P and say object, set parent to object keep transform. That means when we change the format of the empty, then everything else changes it as well. They share their properties. Pretty simple. Okay, now we have this guy. We should connect it to the big one, and we can use everything. Okay, that's good. So this is good and this is good. So if we rotate this now, then you can see now we could animate this. Is it necessary? Who knows? Probably not what we need, but it's good to have it, the ability. So okay, you know, new mouses also have, I want to check something out today. Just one. Oh no, we don't need that. We don't need sculpting. We can also use this one here. That's interesting. That's kind of like, well, how to explain this? What is it actually? Proportional editing. This basically just is like a little magnet, and you can, this is how I would describe it. So if we activate that, and we change now the vertex or the polygon here, then everything in a certain area is affected like a magnet to you know, to that, and we can change the influence radius, the power of the magnet. So by pressing, I believe F, no, by C, no. Oh, we have to grab it first, and then we just have to use the mouse wheel up and down, and then now only this area is affected. And when we make it bigger, this area is affected, and bigger, the whole thing is affected, and so on. With this, we could pretty easily change the shape, and this would be like a more modern mouse, right? But we don't need to do that because it's an old mouse, and back then there was no such a thing. I'm just claiming that. There was probably already 2000, I think so. Yay, look at me, completely crazy. Yeah. Oh, sometimes you don't see that. You don't see the circle, and you think, what the heck is going on with the whole thing? Why do I grab everything? It's probably that you don't you made the influence area so big that you for yourself don't see it anymore. So I would recommend, let's see if this works, to scroll out and grab it first, and then you see, oh boy, this thing is activated, you know, look at that. So that that can be very confusing, but you know, it only confuses you because, well, step by step, guys, step by step. That's how you do the whole thing. Step by step. Let me just do unthing. Okay, I just undo certain steps so that I can be sure that I did not change anything in here, and we save it again. So I would say we're gonna work a little bit on the thing. I just, you know, because this is not a let's play or something, I interrupt a lot today whenever I need to, and right now I think I have to go into the kitchen because I'm cooking my soup, like a really good soup that's pretty easy. You know, you can cook really good, and if you cook a lot of soup, you have soup for the next 3 days. Like, it's an additional easy, and then you can just warm it up. And a good food and easy food, and it's pretty healthy. I'm not a healthy guru or something. I also like burger. Oh hell, I like burger. I like cooking. I'm pretty good at cooking, but I love burger. I love the unhealthy stuff because it's, I do not know, I just love it. But I'm not eating it as much as I did in the past because I just feel like tired afterwards and like shit. But I love it, and I always will love it. Anyway, let's just interrupt that. I have to go into the kitchen. Yeah, we want to save here, and then, no, we still record. I made it, kinda. Okie dokie, so soup is done. That's good. Letting it a little bit cool down, and we can continue for a while. The reason why I created that is a good question. Why did I do that? I did it because we want to see it nice looking. So yeah. Where the heck am I? Where's the light source here? So we need, how does this look? You know what? No, I don't want to change that. It's better to change the camera and the light. Let's put it this position. The camera is basically what you see in the final render, and I'm gonna adjust this here a little bit. You know, is it necessary? No. Is it nice to do because it looks interesting? Yes. I would also like to change the color, but this influences the mouse, so we don't see the mouse in the like we want to see it. Also, I think what the mouse needs is kind of a little bit of a texture to make it interesting. Like, not really something that that would give it a certain look. It's more, we need a little bit of noise in here. Like, you know, plastic always kind of reflects in when you look at the mouse or something. It's always a little bit noisy if you take a closer look. So let's see if we can produce that, and let's see how I did this whole import. And then we need the texture coordinate. Then we need basically always, I mean, I have like some favorites I would like to use, but there is also some unknown stuff to me, which is probably extremely useful. But like, you know, everything has its own use, and if you discover when you discover for what it is good for, you getting better. But you know, also take it easy. It's also nice to just work with what we've learned, and if we do this good enough, then we can try something different anyway. So let's see, let me just think for a second. We need mapping and so on. So we need this is the object, object to this one here, and this one goes to that, the vector, and the color goes into that one, and this one, we need bump, I forgot. Color to height, and this one we go up, this here to normal. Save this. Okay. Okay, let's copy this thing because I'm not sure in which. First of all, we have a kind of a problem here because we have a lot of different mouse colors. We don't really need that. In the end, we really just need one structure like I gave it like different sides have different colors, which is helpful when we want to modify it. But for the final product, we don't really need like mouse front, mouse left. It doesn't have to be too fancy, and not the old mouse version at least. So I would say, although, okay, where are we? Mouse bottom. So I'm gonna just cut this. Let's see, mouse front, where I am. This is this one here. Oh, well, maybe we can leave it like that. Mouse top is this one here, yeah. And this must be then. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's put it in here. No, it's not copied. I thought I did it, but it's not here. We have to do this whole thing again. Let's do it quickly. It's not that big of a deal, actually. Noise. Texture. Bump. Color ramp. And we need the vector mapping, and here we go. So let's do this again. Objects into that, mapping into vector, this guy into that, and color into the height, and the height goes into the principal shader. That's what it's called. Well, look at that. Isn't that not great here? Isn't that not a mouse everybody likes to use? A stone mouse? A Flintstone mouse? So let's see. We try to first, let's go back into this menu. See how this looks. Okay, I think we can make it even tinier. And if you think that's too rough, do not, hey, this could also work as a gummy thing, you know, for modern things. It's so funny. So funny. I love this stuff. It's really funny. So, getting a little bit of a structure, and we just experiment a little bit. I mean, this probably doesn't, we have to give it a little bit of time. Yeah, but it wasn't really metallic, so let's just go back. The original one. Good. Let's see, I think what happens if we decrease this here a little bit. Yeah. But let's see what happens if we decrease this one here. See, here we go. Here we go. This is very good from my perspective. It's from my perspective, from a learner perspective, this looks already not too bad. And I would like to, we should make it a little bit less detailed, but here's the thing. In the final render, because we're gonna use denoising a lot, there will be, it'll be not that detailed anyways. And this just gives me, and when I look at this in, let's say in 2 years, I open the mouse backup just to see how did I make the mouse. And it's it's not the detail, it's not rough enough that I don't see the details and I forget about it. So we should maybe just kind of leave it like that a little bit, because it's not too bad. But maybe I'll just make it a little bit less intense, only a little bit. Yeah, that's good. We're pretty good in the middle actually with that. So let's see what happens. This one here, you know, it's actually what I would like, what I would say, that's how the real mouse plastic, the old one, kind of looks like. Kind of, not 100%, but that's really good. But again, it's well, just a little bit more. It's really about when we render it later on. Let me just show you this. So this is the render. You see, you don't even see much because we are far further away. So we can, it's not too bad to increase this a little bit. And if you render it again, I mean, this is just a quick render, right? So it's not really the, but we see it now a little bit at least, you know. So even then, if you don't know, you all will see that. But it's also you are far away with the camera and so on. So I give you that. Let's see what happens if we change the light and if we go closer to that. How does this look? Yeah, here we are, you know, that's too much actually, again. But for now it's good. For now it's just reminding me that we did this, so that's very good. We should make sure that it's overall. Yeah, but also, let's just work a little bit, make the thing a little bit brighter. And I think... No, I talk nonsense, see? I thought I'm doing the right thing, but I really think it's too strong. Still, but approach this easy. What happens when we... Oh, that's okay. Good. So we have this one. Problem with the shader is really, let me just close this here again. Join areas, because I never use that, never. On this one too, I never use that. There will be maybe someday a need for that. But right now, it's not really helpful. It looks like a wall now. Because we have to. Let's see. Yeah, May don't like that even there. Oh yeah, what am I doing? So let's go back to this. Oh no, it's still okay. It's about the light. The light plays a huge role in those stuff. So if the lighting is not right, then you don't really see oh my keyboard is just falling apart here. I mean, it's from Poland, but it's not that the Polish people are responsible for that. It's just I bought a cheap one, so the same thing would happen if I would have bought it in Germany. I did not went to Poland to buy that thing. I just, you know, went there. I just was there. I think it was 2 years ago. First time with only my mother and me. Usually it was the whole family, but because you know, family grows and everybody don't has time, so we spent I think a week in Poland, in the old the apartment which is owned by my cousin, and that was also the apartment I remember from my childhood. So to me it's a very lovely place. Although there was a lot of fights back then. Like family fights when we visited my relatives in Poland during the holidays and so on. You know, the holidays. I mean, I thought it's something special, but you know, holidays are so tough for families in general. So for that, I mean, come on, not blaming here anybody, and everybody did his best, that's for sure. Good. Let's see, I think, yeah, this gives us a better idea on oh, maybe it's a little bit too bright. Yeah, that's okay. Good. I would say we're gonna change this here a little bit to give it a little bit boring color, like you know it was back then. Did I have a pink mouse? Hopefully not. There's nothing wrong with pink, but you know I was never feeling comfortable with pink. Not because I think that the man is not allowed to wear pink. It's just this is how I was raised. You know, it's you didn't always felt you had to protect your manly nonsense. All those crap, which is so bah, a bunch of bullshit. You know, the manliness and where women like that and men like that, it's just such a fucking nonsense. Anyway, I'm sorry that oh yeah, this is good. This is pretty good. This is really the boring, this is the boring mouse you got back then. Yeah, great, I did it finally. I can create boring stuff. This is how the hell looks. This reminds me on a movie. Somebody killed himself in the movie, and then he woke up in a world which was similar to our world. But everything was without the spice, if you want. So everything was the spiciness of everything was gone. Not just the taste. The taste was gone as well. So you couldn't taste stuff. But also the colors were reduced to almost gray. Not completely, but almost gray. So the colors were pretty much dead looking. A very good movie actually. And they talked about so he found a new girlfriend or whatever, and then he moved into this apartment, and everybody was just very small talk kind of. They only talked about boring stuff. So that it's like somebody described the hell could be like, maybe it's not you getting tortured, maybe it's just you not feel any kind of appreciation. Whatever you do, it's just not, you're not feeling anything. That could be one hell. Something like that. Anyway, I don't remember how the title is of the movie. It was very good actually. Very interesting movie. Let's see. Hey. Oh, I like you. Look at you. Look at you. You're the best mouse in the world. And I like you. Yeah. This one here should be white. Blah, 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 blah. What the heck happened here? Wait a second. I think we are sharing the properties. Yeah. So I'm gonna go undo that. I hope I did this. See, this is the sharing the properties with other. So this the paint is used for other stuff too. So we click on this, and now this object became its own texture. Now we will change that. It's like that looking. Yes. Oh, this is not how. You can actually also you can lock that. You know, you can lock certain rotations if you want. I never do that because I think that becomes later on very important if you make complex movement structures. That you really lock certain stuff, but it doesn't bother us. So I would say we're gonna connect this one to that one, because this one is still connected, I hope, to that one. We see it in here, yeah. So let's see if it yeah. But this one, the inner ring, is connected to the outer ring. So if we change this, it also follows. That means if we just rotate this one without selecting the other one, it works pretty fine. So let's see, I think it doesn't look too bad, but oh, that's interesting, huh? No. Actually, I like that kinda. We're gonna work a little bit on the roughness here. And we're making it brighter. And this one we make darker. Yeah. And now we make it smaller. A little bit more. A bit hard to see right now. So if that's better or not, I don't know. I don't think it's better. I think it doesn't really matter almost. It could be a little bit better, but that's really a taste thing. Although it wasn't too bad. Let's just do this again. It's difficult to determine that. Let's go back into this menu. Oh. Yeah, that's good enough. So we have the click thing here. You know, there is also an interesting thing which we could maybe use for simulating a click. Let's just see how this would work. I would like don't like to change the whole structure. I think that's pretty good. So instead of that, we're gonna go to object properties, and now we have shape keys. Don't get confused with that. We ignore this box. This box is now interesting. So the first thing we do this in object mode is we're gonna say plus, and this is the basic shape key. This is the shape key. We are happy with that. And if we do it again, we have key 1. So now we can go into the edit mode and change here. Save before doing that. I think let's activate this guy from wait, grab. Maybe it's not. No, it's maybe not a good idea. We can. But that's interesting because I've never done this before. But I have a good idea on how this could work. So let's see. We are only selecting this guys here. And we're gonna go into that menu and we drop it a little bit. Right now it's mirror mode. That means if I click the mouse, everything clicks. So, but because wait. Now if you make a click, it's just slightly. And then also this one here. Okay, let's see. So we created a different shape, but it's not visible in the object mode as long as we are not activating it. The value of determines how much % shall it look like the second shape. So we increase that, and you see we have like a click simulation. So we could use that to animate that. How do we do that? It's pretty simple actually. We just create animation. We don't really need that, but you know, we have here the animation. You don't need that. You can do the animation anyway, but it's just, if you activate that, then you have like a basic prepared window which can help you or not, depending on what you like. Join areas, I don't really need that. So we have now, this is our timeline. We're gonna, I make it quick. Where is it? Here we go. That's just say, if we do that like that, we save every object property, which is not always. If you only want to change certain aspects of that, and that can be a little bit over the top, but you know, for our purpose, it's completely sufficient. So right now, oh, we don't even need that. I just remembered. No, we can make it different. Let's say we are frame 0. Okay. Good. We hover over this value here. We are at frame 1. Let's go to frame. Let's go to frame 20. We are at frame 20, and we want to have it like no change at all. It should look like that. So we hover over the mouse over the value button and press E, and recreate it like the shape. This is how it should look at frame 20. And when we want to create a click is pretty quickly, right? So it should be only short. Then we press this to put this to 100%. And now this is normal. This is the normal value. This is the one click, and then it should go back to the original position. And let's see how fast this looks like. And this is a very slow click. Oh boy, this doesn't count. I think if you click like that, we're gonna lose the game. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's even, even it's, oh, here we go. So we have now a click. The reason why it's clicked on both sides is there's a mirror mode. So the mirror mode we have to apply first to give only one side of this finger a shape. And then we can actually simulate a click left, a right click and left click. Also this guy we can rotate. Shall we let him rotate? Very easy. With the graphic editor you can also make rotation endless. But that's also kind of weird to me still. Very cool, but it's, hell is this weird. So we're gonna focus on a simple thing. We say, when we activate this, every step we do will be recorded. It's like everything you change will automatically be saved as this position, which is helpful in this case. So I'm gonna just, I selected this one because this is the main thing. Right click, with right click you cancel stuff. So and I press R and left click. So we created, this is how the starting point. So this is how it looks for the starting point. And then we're gonna go to frame 100 and we let it rotate minus, or it doesn't matter, minus, plus, it's a wheel, backwards, forwards, who cares. 180 degree. And now we're gonna play this guy here. We're just playing it. So it's a click, and this one still rotates. The animation is not perfect, it starts weird actually, because it starts slowly. Although, could be okay, I mean sometimes we do that. But I think we would be... there are different kind of animation types. So sometimes animation starts slowly and then it accelerates and then it holds this kind of tempo, and sometimes it you want to have it like constantly. I'm not that good at those stuff. I haven't really played around with that stuff. I have an idea how this might be work, but yeah. So now we're gonna go on a little bit like this, and let's play this again. Yeah, goes a little bit. Yeah, and so on. We can simulate this now. But here's the thing: we don't need all the stuff. I'm gonna select everything, delete this one. I'm gonna deselect because it's not very important this stage. And let me just wait. Get rid of this guy. We can do this later on with the mirror modifier is applied. But right now there is no need for having that. Okay, let's go back into this menu. Unfortunately though, wait. I would like to show you guys this in this render type view. Yeah, because see? Click. Teehee. Yeah, funny, right? Okie dokie. Doesn't really matter. We don't need that. Let's go back. Deactivate this one. And dip. Great. So save it here. Yeah. So the cable is a little bit too straightforward, but that's not a problem at all. This is something we can change afterwards. And I think we can now take care of the sides. For that, we're gonna go into this menu. And for some reason, I cannot use the shortcut for copy and paste. I mean, sometimes it works. I don't know. I haven't figured out what's the problem here. So I sometimes see now it works. But if you want to be sure that it works, I would recommend you select everything and press right click on a node of one of those and then say copy. This works for some reason. Now we can go into a different menu like this one here. Let's see, where are we? This is the bottom. Site is interesting. Let's go into this one and we can activate. This is the whole site. Great. So good, huh? And we can make it a little bit darker, just, you know, slightly. This a mouse we would like to use, maybe not. Oh la la. We can also use top mouse front. Mouse front does not work. It does. It's probably hidden here. Mouse front. Let's see. No. Maybe we just screwed that up. It's not important. It's really not important. It's just was just interesting why we don't see that. Or is this one here? No, this is this one. I see. Yeah, of course, because we separated that. This one little thing has all those properties which we really don't need. So let's clean this up a little bit. This doesn't need all those stuff here. That's a single part. Let's see, how did we do a good job? Oh hell. But wait a second. Well, that's not too bad actually. That's not too bad. That's also a single thing. So in this case, I would say great. And this is also the... What was the thing with the purple stuff? You know, again, I mean, whatever you like, that's fine. But that is such a weird... You know, it wasn't even like a nice purple. It was just... Although when I think about Twitch, everything goes purple again. Okay, whatever. It's just, you never know. That's zeitgeist. This is the German word which works in the English language as well, right? So this one we can do the same thing, get rid of all those stuff. So, and let's make this one whiter, not too white. A little bit yellow. But I really don't like this thing now. Let's make it a little bit. No, it should fit better together. To this one here. I have an idea. That's the best idea. This one here. And now this one. I hope this is the right thing. Yeah. And this one now. We just make a little bit darker. Yes. So that's a plastic nonsense. Good. This was always kind of more shiny than this one. This was maybe a different plastic part, so that's why we're not gonna apply this one. I just wonder, let me just test something. Which one is this one again? Oh, not too bad. I don't think we need the mouse front, huh? No. Mouse. This one we're gonna assign. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna save it in here because we're gonna all of us change it. I mean, I said at first, well, one thing we shouldn't, no, let's go back. One thing is very important. This is this guy here because that's kind of tricky to get this one here selected again. You know, oh, look at that. So let me see if there's something. Yeah. So this we leave, but everything else we don't really need. Mouse back, no. You can only delete those stuff in the object menu. Mouse top, no. Mouse button. Although mouse button is interesting too. That we should leave. Mouse front. No, we can, although, let me just take a look. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna change. There we go. Is it really a problem? No, I don't think so. Mouse front we can also delete because we can select it pretty easy from the side. I just realized that. Like, I'm gonna show you this. Let's say we wanna select just the front. Then this is the way to go. And now we can, you know, change that. So, but the mouse front will be gone. Yeah, mouse button is okay. This one we have to do again. So this is the middle ring. What is that again? Ah, this guy here. The top, bottom, front. That's a problem. That's why it's irritating me. Yeah, mouse side is correct. I hope so. Yeah, and when we have to. Oh, careful. We don't want to select too many things. Yeah. Assign and what is that? Interesting. Not really a bad thing, it's just interesting. Okay, mouse middle. Select. Well, I would say no, we can leave that actually. Yeah, doesn't have to be too bad, too good. Okay, let's see how this is looking. This one here. Mouse button. Mouse top. Yeah, let's see what happens if we... Funny, huh? Kind of like it, but I'm not so sure if this is really... I mean, I don't know. I would say before we do a step like this one, because maybe I like it, maybe I don't. It's copy time. Backup copy time. It's backup copy time. We have to backup. It should suffice to just select this guy here. Yeah. So good, we made a backup, that's great. Let's unhide everything. And let's see. So I would say we are, now this thing, that's annoying. We are going to, no, we are already here. Let's go into this menu, copy it. I'll do this again. Copy. Now we're gonna go into bottom. Activate it. And something got wrong completely. So where does it get? Oh, we wanna, okay, this one we wanna copy. Oh, it's just this guy here. Interesting. Well, then just copy this one here. This time with Control C. Let's see if it works. And mouse bottom. Here we go. This we cancel. I only need this one here. Ah, sure. That doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. So, and this has to go. Yeah, here we go. And now we can leave it like that, or we can make it a little bit rougher on the. So why should we do that? I don't know. So, you know, if I would have the yellow mouse like this, kinda, I don't think we would have like this. Would also be look different, I guess. Yeah, and I think we can use this kind of thing on this side as well. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Give me that. Come on, do it. Do it. Copy. Right. And paste. So now we have this whole thing and we're gonna connect this to that. And this looks good, but it's over the top. Yeah. This is how I would like it really. And the white version is looking so weird because it's copy time. Wait a second, guys. That's very important because sometimes it's really easier to use a backup if you screwed up something instead of, you know, trying to figure out what the heck did I do to make this so worse. And yeah. So, well, what happened? Ah, my light disappeared. So, this one can be white. This can have his own. No, if you make it white, then this one should also be white. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, that's fine. Because I really don't. We're gonna reset this thing, reset it to default, and now. What the heck? We're gonna reset this to default. And oh, it always becomes black for some reason. That's the default setting, although it's not really the default. Always starts with white at first, but it's really not a problem. It's basically the default. Only you have to. No, this is white, but it looks really good actually. I like that. Oh yes, I like that. Okay, then this one here again. Rid of this stuff. Reset the default, and this one. What am I doing? What's going on here? This one. Now finally. Here we go. Yeah. I don't like this. There's something what I don't really like here. I wonder is this. Yeah, this should be the thing here. So let's see. What is happening here actually? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm? Hmm. How do we solve that problem here? Ah. Hmm. We test something. I'm not sure if this makes sense. Eh? Oh, here we go. Location. What? Ah, here we go. Wasn't that wrong? Okay, wait. So here, this is the X. Okay, let me just copy this one here. Does this work? Okay, this one as well. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I mean, I remember what I tried to do is to bring it a little bit down, which makes sense. But maybe we should do it like that one here. Yeah, I think that's better. Over that one. Oh boy, I really need this guy here. Hmm? What the heck? Hmm. Maybe you guy. Hmm. What the heck is that? Makes me crazy. This oh, we do that. This doesn't make any sense. This freaking little guy here. He doesn't do anything. Oh, we can delete you. Um. No. Ah, yeah. Good. Um. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's okay for now. It's a little bit weird to see that, but let me just. Um. Ah, wait a second. Maybe we can make it bigger. And also. Hmm. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, that's sure, but I really want to have it like in the... I got lost. Where the heck am I? Can't grab it, I don't see it anymore. I mean, I really wonder if this is really necessary. It's just something I thought I could make it better, and I probably can. Maybe I should get rid of the whole thing to just see it a little bit better. But no. No, I think we did a really good job. It's just... if you wanna make it sometimes you just want to see if you can do it better. But now I'm getting a little bit annoyed because I think to make it really, really good, we should just get rid of the whole thing and then connect it better. But what I don't like is this one here. That's not looking good. And I would like to change that. I would like to change that. So let's try to do it like this one here. Because if one object surface goes a little bit into the other surface, on the one hand it doesn't look too bad, but there is something in which I can tell which is kind of looking not weird, just, you know, it's like something is slightly off, but I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's okay. That with that I can be okay. I mean, this one here, we have to slightly adjust that. Careful with that. Wait a second. Oh yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's gonna be too much right now. I'm sticking here for too long. No, I think that's okay. Only this one here a little bit. A little bit nicer. Maybe you are responsible for that. I think I got him. You were the guy. Oh. You are the guy. You just wanted to stick with him. Okay, no, that's okay. We have to stop here because otherwise it gets a little bit too tedious. But I think next time I can do it better. But for today, it's really good. It's not really. It's really good. It's not perfect, but really, really good for somebody who still learns. So that has to be said because we need to keep it fun. Okay, and again, I mean, in the end, we will not see all those details. That's the saddest thing. But I think we did a really good job. So now it's a question, do we like the color? Well, there's only one way to figure this out because even if we say, well, it looks good, but we don't really like the color, we figure this out by putting the whole scene into the other scene, right? So I would say we're gonna do that. Let me just pause here. Okay, guys, we are here in our scene which we started from. We're gonna paste the mouse inside the scene, and now I can close the other window which we really don't need. I'm gonna save this. Just more work for Blender. So where's the mouse? Oh, look at that. Oh boy. That's a huge mouse. Oh, and we are in the wrong render type. That's too heavy right now. Let's go into this menu, and we have to wait shortly. Maybe we should decrease a little bit. Maybe we should delete certain stuff to make Blender a little bit faster. But we'll see. Snowman is very difficult because because of all the hair he has. Oh, that sounds weird. With the cap here. Whoa, I really like that actually. I want to have such a huge mouse. Finally, the appropriated mouse for the appropriate gamer. If you are right, if you are a good gamer, then you can't. You need that kind of mouse. You need a big mouse for big games. That's what it is. So, oh boy. So this was how we started, and can we reset it? It's quick. No. The mouse is nice. It's the scene is kind of not in the right place, so we can now delete this guy here. Yes, we can. It's a fun mouse, but we really don't need to keep her. We have her as a backup. So let's see. And like I said, we have a ball which you'll not see in the scene. Good. How does this look? How does it look? Yes, looks great. Okay. Activate this here. Go into the scene. And the cable is too straight. We should really do that. We put so much effort into that, so that means we should also. This is the render. You know, it's a little bit too big. So let's make it a little bit smaller. And the cable we should also change here. So do it in here. So, and this is where this comes in handy now. Now we're gonna grab this guy, and you see it influences the whole area. Look what we can do now. Isn't that not great? Right, it's good. It's right, yeah. It's right what I say. It's always right what I say. Always. Always. So like this, like that, like that. The more little pieces we have, the better, the more we can change, you know? So let's say, for example, this one will go down. I see this is a problem. Let's go back to that. Up. I mean, we can also later on cut certain stuff, but okay. Good. Let's see how this looks. Cool, but we don't see it really. It would be nice to see a little bit of the cable nonsense here. A little bit. We don't have to force it, you know, if it's. not that great visible. That's what it is. I mean, you know, maybe it's said that we can't really see the mouse proper in this scene, but we created a mouse which we now, it's our mouse, we can use it, you know, whenever we want, we can modify it a little bit. So it's one more item in our library if you want. And the more items we create, the faster we can produce big scenes, which less effort. And we don't have to ask anybody if you can use that. We can just use it because we created it. And I also saw, because you stumble after a while, there are sites where you can buy completely finished models and animation guides and so on. And that's very good. I think something like this I would like to use in a few years when you want to create stuff. Because first of all, there are other people who are creating models and they like to sell them. They want to make a little bit of money, and that's legit. So if you buy that, you're supporting that. That's a good thing. And it also, at certain point, I think it's impossible to make a very good Blender scene or animation only doing everything on your own. It's possible, but you're gonna work 10 years on something. So that comes later, I guess. But right now, the reason why I don't do that right now is simple because I really think it helps me. It'll be beneficial if I know how to create stuff, you know, because if you know how this approximately works, then you can also work with the stuff you buy later on better, because you have a better understanding of that. And it's also fun. It's a lot of it's very much fun, I tell you that. Okay, let's see. We have a slightly of a problem here. I think there's something. Yeah, it looks weird, or I do not know. It looks like yeah, like this one here is a little bit better. But now it looks like it's hovering over the whole thing here. And why is that? Probably because it's so round, huh? I mean, there is nothing wrong with our mouse, actually. But oh, it could be because it's reflecting the lights in such a weird way that it looks like that. Although it doesn't yet, it's a light thing. Let me just see how this would look in this scene. It's a little bit better. You see the shadow here, similarly. But you know, I think we can cheat here slightly because there's really nothing wrong with the mouse. It's pretty good, as you see. Only from this perspective it looks weird, so we're gonna cheat. We're not gonna put more work on this. We did a pretty good job, I think. Make it like that. Means a little bit of the thing is below, but from this perspective it should look fine and neat, but it doesn't. And so we have to figure out how to change that. Let me see. Maybe. Oh, what is that? Is this no? Probably here, but not there. Here we have the light. Let's see. I just wanna. It's not. You know, we're gonna get this. This is not what I'm really worried about. It's just the light in general. I remember that and we want to change a little bit of the scene. I think I wrote it down somewhere. I have a note. This thing we want to stretch a little bit. We want to make this a little slightly smaller in this way, but slightly later on. I think this is how we continue next time. You know what? Let's cheat a little. I'm gonna cheat a little bit more. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Also, I thought, yeah, that's also a different thing. That's too bright. I think we don't even see the door in the scene, so we could actually hide that. And it makes also a little bit darker. There we go into this menu. Ah, you are the guy. You are the guy. So now I know what's happening. So, see? Problem solved, kinda. Kinda solved. There's always something. Like I said, the light is very important, because if the shadow is not correct, then, and I would say that, you know, we have so many different light sources, which is not a real thing. You don't usually have a light hovering next to you, except if you are a magician, maybe then you have. But we do not have that. So what I don't like is also this guy. Let's just change this. No, you know what? We're gonna do this in the next part. I think we're done with the mouse so far. Maybe at a certain point we're gonna create a cyber mouse, because we also created a really good template actually to keep working on that and making like a really fancy looking mouse. But for today, I think we're good. We're done. We did a good job. Okay, so, and again, it's a really boring thing to watch modeling, but it could be maybe something interesting for some people if they are seeing it. That's my idea. And well, it's not too hard for me to record that actually. I struggle with the starting. When I start to record, that's very tough for me sometimes. When I have bad days, I need multiple attempts to, you know, to feel calm. But after 10 minutes or 15, I'm getting really in the, forget about the kind of the recording. Although I talk for sure, but then I'm completely into what I'm doing. But besides from that, well, it could be interesting or not. Well, I have to figure this out. And we'll see. But it's, you know, I really like it. Look at that. Isn't that not something? Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.